Good morning, Brave New World. I found the video, in my previous video that I filmed, I mentioned this article by this article by CNN mentioned by Heman Mehta at thefriendlyatheist.com. Well, guess what? I found the article. So, let's have a look. I am not an idiot. At least, not this kind of idiot who thinks the earth is flat. And I have my vaccine, suckers! Why am I speaking like this? I don't know. I'm exaggerating, of course. But first, I'm going to activate my microphone a little bit. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait a minute. So yeah, I found a good article mentioned by good old Heman Mehta at thefriendlyatheist.com. I would like to read it. By the way, I am on the I'm on the right side of the argument. I'm talking about politics, but also I'm not entirely in favor of it. So yeah, let's have a look, because I don't trust CNN entirely, but let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. That is, the flat earth conspiracy is spreading around the globe. Does it hide a darker core? Probably it does, my dear. Rob Pichetta by CNN. Updated by 15:37 GMT, November 18th, 2019. A year. This article is going to be 1 year old. A year old. In a few days. I guess because today is November the 3rd. It says, "I don't want to be a flat earther," David Weiss says, his voice weary as he reflects on his personal awakening. Would you wake up in the morning and want everyone to think you're an idiot? Because you're an idiot! I'm sad. Sorry to say it like this, but my dear David, but unfortunately for you, your beliefs are idiotic, your beliefs are stupid, and there has been multiple proof that the earth is in fact not flat. There is evidence. The fact that you don't want to believe it, it's a totally different thing. You know, facts don't care about your feelings. Facts are facts, whether you accept them or not. For example, the plants use photosynthesis in order to get food. We need food. Cats cannot be vegan. Dogs are omnivorous, but they need meat also. What else? The sun shines and stuff like that. You know, things like that. Those are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings. Also, the wage gap doesn't exist. It has to do with decisions, not with legal stuff, because let's use a little logic. If the wage gap were true, why aren't bosses and CEOs of companies hiring more women so they can pay them less on purpose? Huh? Really? But Wise is a flat earther ever since he tried and failed to find proof. That's the different thing. He didn't find the proof, but the proofs are there. That you don't want to accept them, that's a different thing. Allow me to show you the article that I'm reading. Wait a minute. I have it right here. Yes, I'm reading it. Yep. Wait, is it visible? Yes, it is. It's a flat earther ever since he tried and failed to prove the earth is. Oh god. Prove that the earth is find proofs of the earth proof of the earth's curve. 4 years ago, he's believed with evident passion that our planet is both flat and stationary, and it's turned its world upside down. Pun intended. I love a good pun. I love a good pun. I absolutely freaked out. Weiss tells CNN in a phone interview, it literally whips the rug out from underneath you. Makes sense. No, Weiss finds it tedious to associate with the majority of people. So he unfortunately still has some friends. He unfortunately still has some friends who believe the in around Earth. It's not that we believe, it exists, whether we accept it or not. Forgive my boogers. Sorry, forgive my boogers. My boogers, sorry. Yeah. It literally whips the rug. I have no problem with anybody who wants to believe we live in a ball. That's their choice. That's not our choice. Believing in it or not, it's a choice. But it's going to continue to exist. Just like many people refuse to believe that evolution exists. Evolution exists whether we accept it or not. And no, sorry to hear that, but this doesn't apply to God. God is something entirely spiritual. And so is the rest of religion. So don't you think that, what's the word? Don't you use the same argument about God, and don't you attempt to say that God exists whether you try it or not, whether we accept it or not. That's something spiritual. Do not mix something spiritual with science. And let's not forget that also some good scientists believed in God. Einstein, Isaac Newton. And I need to double check this, but I think that Charles Darwin, the one who proposed evolution, also was Christian. Correct me if I'm wrong. And even Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, he was a Catholic monk. I don't know if he was Catholic, but the thing is that he was a monk. Additionally, in many of his pictures, he comes with a priest attire. So that should tell you something. It's just not something I resonate with because you're an idiot again. Sadly, not that you're an idiot. You are probably a lazy skeptic who tries to find evidence, but when it's there, he's too lazy to understand. Wade's preferred community is those who share his life-altering belief, and that community is vast. This week, the businessman attended the 3rd annual Flat Earth International Conference. Again, I filmed a video in which I was reflecting whether or not these people should be exterminated. And by exterminated, I mean the same thing we do with insecticide with some annoying vermin. Even my smile is sarcastic and filled with irony and some sarcasm, but some self-reflection. Cue these words that say cleansing necessity intensifies as well as pump up kicks intensifies. Sorry about that. I had to clean my nose. That is. Previous conferences have taken place in Raleigh and Denver, while Brazil, Britain, and Italy have also held flat Earth conversions in recent years. Again, a bunch of idiots. Again, a bunch of, not idiots, ignorance and lazy people. Intellectually lazy, let's call them like that. Intellectually lazy. Previous conferences have taken place in Raleigh and Denver. Their events schedule resemble any corporate conference in some fairly noticeable twists. Speaker gave presentation including space is flake and testing the moon, a globe-like perspective. Again, idiots. I remember this comment that says that says in this video of flat earthers versus scientists, that is what's the word again? This is the problem with many idiots in free countries. They think that their opinion matters even when it's an incorrect opinion. Sorry, sweethearts, but your opinion doesn't matter. You can exist. You have the goddamn right to exist. And no one can deprive you of the right to exist or think stupid things or believe stupid things. I disagree with what you say, but I'm going to defend your right to say stupid things with my life. Enough about it. Awards for the Earth's birth, flat Earth related videos were handed out. Our believers reveled in an opportunity to meet several of the movement's most influential minds. Again, they're idiots. We've all been communicating online, but this brings us together so we can shake hands and give each other hugs, says Wise. Again, facts don't care about your feelings. Thank you, Ben Shapiro, for that magnificent memeable phrase. We can collaborate, we can make new friends, because guess what? Our old friends, we lost a lot of friends. Because you're idiots. Because the evidence is there. Because, again, the earth is round, whether you accept it or not. I wouldn't be surprised if many of these people were religious. And again, just like there are good religious people, there are bad religious, and I wouldn't be surprised if in this circle of people there were so many flat earthers. Well, in this flat earth society were a lot of religious people. On a clear day, the curvature of the earth can be seen from an airplane window. But remarkably, the hundreds of flat earthers at Dallas gathering were just a small portion of the movement. People in every pocket of this spherical planet are rejecting science and spreading the word that the earth is flat. Idiots! There is no clear study indicating how many people have been convinced, and that flat earthers likewise will tell you without evidence that there are millions more in the closet anyway. If I had a child, if I had a baby, and he were flat earther or anti-vaxxer, I would disown him. Oh, you're gay? Oh, come on. Honey, I still love you. Yeah, as much as I would be in for the idea of having grandchildren, come on, I would accept you, you're my son. It's okay, the sexuality is not something you have, it's something personal, it's okay. What? You're a flat earther? Get out of my house. Okay, get out of my house. It's official. I don't have a son. How about that? I remember seeing a video of a supposed boy who brought in a friend. This guy's a friend who was actually a boyfriend. This got to his childhood home. And supposedly he was going to tell his mother and aunt that he was gay and he was afraid. But and they were totally okay with him being gay, with his being gay. But when he turned out to be vegan, they freaked out and they kicked him out of the house. Vegan is a little bit more forgivable. Being vegan is a bit more forgivable. Ironically speaking, of course. If you pull a Lisa Simpson and you push my barbecue into the mud, oh, sweetheart, you're gonna be in a lot of you're gonna be in a world of trouble and pain. Not because I'm an intolerant, because you wasted food. Let's continue. YouGov survey with more than 8,000 American adults suggested at least that last year that as many as 1 in 6 Americans are not entirely certain the world is round. While 2019 Datafolha Institute survey of more than 2,000 Brazilian adults indicated that 77% of that country rejected the concept according to local media. The flat earth community has its own celebrities, music, merchandise, and weighty catalog of pseudoscientific theories. I'm so glad you said that. Scientific theories. It's been the subject of a Netflix documentary. I don't care about Netflix, and has been endorsed by figures including the rapper B.O.B. I don't know and don't care who that is. Each year, more flat Earth events will fill the calendar. Organizer says. I've never seen anything grow this fast, says Robbie Davidson, the founder of the Dallas conference. I would say that within 10 years, the numbers are going to be astounding. Next year, there's going to be a conference in every major country in the world, but experts are wondering if the main movement is really harmless and whether we are even approaching the edge of its influence. When it stops being harmless, it's gonna be time to take action. It's going to come, the time to take some action. Not legal, but some necessarily badassly necessary action. Alright, that's it. Falling off the edge. Ha! I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to curse myself with more stupidity. Thank you, CNN. With pleasure. Sorry, I had to write something. So yeah, I'm going to stop there. Good afternoon. No, good morning. It's 10 o'clock. Good morning, Brave New World, and have a wonderful day. Peace out and suck it up, flat earthers. You are idiots, you are stupid, and your conspiracy theory, it's not true. May I point out that I didn't say that conspiracy theories are stupid. There are some out there who are true, but yours is stupid, doesn't make sense, and it's been debunked several times. One more time. If my son or daughter, the hypothetical daughter I would love so much, was a flat earther, I would disown her or him. Yeah. Even if my son were a transgender, go ahead, I'm okay with that. But don't you be a flat earther, that would be unforgivable. And yes, probably I would have a few issues. This is not something normal in a way, but hey, it's not like I'm going to end your life for that. But yeah. Have a wonderful day, Brave New World. Bye.